Once you transferred your drawing to a piece of cardboard, you're going to get some markers out and add some color to it. I'm going to use these reds to create a plaid shirt. So after you've finished coloring everything in, you need to take your puppet over to the self-healing mat. It's a blue sheet and it's got a grid underneath it. You can see it underneath my puppet right here. I'm going to use what's called a screw hole punch tool, and it looks like this. What it does is you press down and it just drills a little hole in there for you. You can see it's spinning. This is a close-up. It creates a little hole in there, and you just put it perpendicular to the cardboard and you just press directly down and you'll feel it spinning underneath. It takes a little bit of force and you want to use two hands. So you want to punch a hole in both of those, and then you also want to punch a hole near the bottom and then the middle and then about a finger's width from the top. That's where we're going to put our rod for the center of him. And you cut after you cut your holes with your screw hole punch, and there's no rule that says you have to cut it out in one snip. So I used two snips, and I turned and cut this tricky part like this. And you want to cut away from yourself with the scissors and turn the cardboard rather than turn the scissors. You don't ever want to cut towards yourself. And like I said, I can use multiple cuts to do that. I can go up here in his armpit, and instead of twisting around, I'm going to take my scissors out and come in here. I'll skip around those fingers for a minute, and then I'll come in later and cut those out. So here's my final piece. I'm going to cut this out. I'm going to cut the big parts of it first, just around the back of that joint. Across the top for the fingers, and come in later and get those little pieces in between his finger and thumb, just like this. I'm using the back of my scissors, not the tip of them. I always am cutting away from myself. Snip. Now I'm using the tip. Just for this little tiny place. And we're all done. Now you're going to take what's called a paper fastener, and you're going to put all these pieces together. So I want to find the forearm and the upper arm, make sure they're in the right positions. So I'm going to get that upper arm, attach it to the shoulder. It's like a little nail with two pieces to it that you bend in the back. And then attach his second piece to his arm. That through there, and it's working, and we've got most of them done now. We just got to get the rods on there.